Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. And are you ready for that weekly energy forecast? Kind of giving us insight to what's going on in the world around us and how we can better prepare for whatever the world has for us. I'm using my little white sage here. Do it like this, see if we can get it lit. So happy to see everyone today. I was like, I don't want to burn myself with this thing here. Happy to see everybody here today. It's been a very quiet afternoon here at Oklahoma Healing Connection. I only have a couple of clients in today. And I was like, but you know, the rain always kind of like, brings a little bit of a damper. Okay, now I think we're going to get it lit. Like over on my table over there, I have a candle that I just keep, that I'll light, and I'll light everything off of that candle. So, but let's go ahead and bless our space, and that includes your space. Blessing you, clearing off all that is negative and holds you in bondage. And then clearing myself off, that I remove all biases and preconceptions. And then over my hands, I like my hands to be smudged. And then we're going to use the Angels and Ancestors deck today. So we are definitely going to smudge our deck. I'm going to kind of like open that up and okay. So I've got that nice and smudged for us. So do me a big favor today. Love this video. Comment and share it. We've had a couple of winners. We've had 3 winners over the last couple of weeks to win a free reading because they loved the video, they commented on the video, and then they shared the video. So when you do that, it allows for you to be entered into my drawing, my weekly drawing for a free reading. And chance always favors a prepared mind, so it's always a good thing to see. Just a couple of changes here at the studio, and it has to do with having to share a car with somebody else right now, and that somebody else is Katox, and Katox has got something going, and so I'm having to do my Oklahoma City sessions Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. You can go online to oklahomahealingconnection.com and schedule your session. And then I also have, we're starting to kick out cards. I also have remote sessions available. I do Reiki and readings and some coaching. Okay, that one's sticking out. That must be significant. Hey, I caught those with my knees. Sorry for leaving for just a moment. But we had several cards that came flying out. So I've got a nice thick little I got a nice little thick pile here. So go ahead and grab your favorite drink, your favorite snack, recreational, whatever. And let's do a reading. Angels and Ancestors. And we're looking at the weekly energy forecast. And let's take a look. Our first card that is up is learning from spiritual experiences. So this is a time of, and I'm going to say, in a sense, I want you to think of it as like divine intervention, and lessons, and I'm using lessons in quotation mark, the lessons that you learn this week are all divinely inspired. The lessons that you learn this week are all divinely inspired. Our obstacle here is that you've been surrounding yourself with this protective energy, this barrier, this extreme boundary. And in a way, it has sheltered you. Yeah, sheltered you from experiencing some of those things that I call in our life contract that we agreed that we would experience. And so this protective barrier, this boundary that you've put around yourself has kind of blocked you from experiencing some of those lessons that are more about experiences that you agreed to have or to experience. Now, whenever my boyfriend shows up, it's a good deal, especially if he's right side up. And Trader is here, and that's Trader as in Trader, as in the guy that has a synergistic exchange with you. The Trader is in your help center or your help area. So this means that you are actually going to be helped along quite a bit. It is a win-win situation, win-win experience with actual good results, Isn't he cute? I just think he's a doll. Now, the Peacekeeper shows up, and one of the little energies that I'm getting from this Peacekeeper has to do with you kind of being adamant that your way is the right way and not finding a lot of room to compromise with. So when I'm looking at the Peacemaker coming off of the Trader card and beforehand, it's telling me that there are some parts of yourself that you're going to have to break away from, and that need to be right, that sense of your way is the only way, or hit the highway. It doesn't really work that way to the benefit of where you're trying to go. There is a need for you to find a place of compromise. Hey, Serena, how are you? There is a place for you to find a compromise in this situation. So you need to find a compromise. Relinquish a little bit of your power and control. Relinquish a little bit of your power and control. Now, I do really like this next card that's coming up, and I'm just going to kind of switch those out a little bit. And we're looking at the Spirit Fox, and I kind of wish that foxes were one of my animal guides or one of my animal totems, because I really like foxes. I don't know. There's just something really cool about them, their energy, their vibration. Over at our home place, there's a silver fox that I will catch sight of every once in a while when I'm out there hiking. And I just think he's so cool, or she's so cool. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy. But when I look at the foxes, I think about ingenuity and how they're always able, it seems, that they're always able to make something productive out of nothing. And so when I'm looking at this card and it's talking about you, in this reading that we're already talking about you experiencing some of, the agreements that you've made, and that you kind of put a lot of protective energy around yourself, but now you're in a place where you can relinquish some of that power and work on building or creating your talents. So there was a reading I did for a lady this week, and I was like, you've been holding out, because one of her cards talked about her kind of holding out her energy, or holding out from one of the great things that she can do. So it's kind of like And I'm going to put the analogy like this, okay? So don't hate me. It's like this. So you know how to bake a really good Duncan Hines cake. You know how to make a Betty Crocker cake. Maybe add a little something like a little mayo in it. And it tastes just like it came from the bakery, right? Well, this card is like, instead of making the Betty Crocker and the Duncan Hines cake mix, you are able to make this phenomenal cake from scratch. And everyone's over there going, holy cow, I never knew that they could make a cake from scratch. And this is the best ding dang cake I've ever seen. Where have they been hiding this talent? Because this is what this card right here is saying, that you're going to surprise the shish out of people, because you're going to make this wonderfully delicious, light, fluffy cake that they all swear you got at the fancy bakery down the street. And they're going to find out, no, it was you and all-purpose flour. They're not disappointed. I just want you to know people are not disappointed at all. They see this quality in you, and that the cake mix is just an analogy, but they see this quality in you that puts you in a totally different perspective from their point of view. They never knew this phenomenal talent that you had, this ability, this superpower that you had, and now they've experienced it, and they start looking at you in a different perspective. Okay, you're ready. You can do that, but I have to encourage you to break away from old routines. Break away from what you think people expect from you. Right? When we're all focused on what we're doing is what people expect from us, we're not giving ourselves 100% credit, and we're not allowing our fruition, our creativity to totally flow, because we're focused on playing the rule or playing the game or going by the rules of what somebody else said we had to do or we had to be. So when I'm looking at this card here, this elder card, this is about you moving away from the expectations of others. Just because they expect it, maybe you are expecting more when it's good stuff, right? Now, where is this taking us down? What do we have to do? Where are we going to be changing? Be the light. Be the light. Be the billboard. Be that sign that says balance here. Whatever you are trying to create, you have to be the light. You have to be the one to, and I'm going to say it like this, but don't take it negative. You got to push that agenda. Nobody is going to push that agenda for you. You have to take the bull by the horns and be your own number one cheerleader and be exactly that energy that you're trying to share or show other people. Be that light. I mean, most of us aren't over here going, hey, I want to be a criminal, so let me have criminal behavior. No, most of us are over here saying, I want to be the best, most authentic person I can be. And that's what this card is talking about. Being your most authentic self. Being your most authentic self. So, that first card talks about spiritual experiences. And so this card, the Shaman card, is really reinforcing that this is a time of divine intervention. This is a time of divine intervention. The universe, the heavens, the powers that be, they really have their thumb in your pie. And it's a good thumb in the pie. They are there to give you that support, to give you that direction, to give you the feedback that you require, that you've been needing, because you're not getting feedback. And sometimes that's why we're not always our most authentic self. We don't get feedback. But this is letting us know that all of those things that we need, body, mind, and spirit, are given to us in support this week, that we can achieve our level of authenticity, that we can achieve a level of success. The guardian angel always lets us know that we're not alone, and it's kind of like that feather that falls and it's a place where there's no trees and you haven't seen any birds. And this is that guardian angel's little white feather showing up saying, I'm here. I'm giving you a physical sign. So this week you'll start noticing a lot more of those physical signs letting you know that spirit, the universe, creator, God, Allah, 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 whoever you call your creator, there's something greater than you. It's going to let you know that they are here, that they are walking with you, that they are present. I like that energy because, sometimes it's a little easier to go through life when you know you're not alone. And maybe you've been feeling alone, and this week you're going to realize you ain't alone. There's a lot of beautiful energy there walking with you. And this allows you to start feeling some peace and balance. And when I'm saying allows you to start to feel it, I mean really feel it, to engage it, to embrace it, to be an example of that peace and that balance. So it's kind of like you show up over at Starbucks and you see one of your friends that you maybe haven't seen for a while, or the last time you saw them, maybe you weren't in a really good place, and they look at you and they're like, damn girl, you're glowing. Yes, I know I'm glowing because I'm in line with Creator, and Creator is in line with me, and we're working together in a synergistic way to be the best. So I like this energy. I like this vibration. Please be open to receive. As if you're not open to receive it, or you're still stuck in that perspective that you're not in a good place, you're going to have to work 15 times as hard to shapeshift, to change, to start feeling that higher vibration. So really super important that you catch the coattails of energy, high vibing energy when it comes through. And normally I'm like, don't be riding on other people's coattails. But I'm like, no, this energy is coming by like a polar express, and it expects you to grab onto its coattails so that you become a part of that collective energy, that groovy energy that's coming through. And our very last card for this reading is the Shaolin Master. And you'll notice that the Shaolin Master is right side up. So it's giving us a total reaffirmation that good things flow this week. We start to feel our groove. We start feeling our authenticity. We start feeling that we are who we intended or who we agreed to be. Not only are we graceful, but I want you to pay attention to the word master here, but we have mastered it. We have aced it, where we are where we're supposed to be by the end of the week. Okay. So, chance favors a prepared mind. Don't allow opportunities to skip off without really looking at that opportunity and considering it. Sometimes there are some of you out there that just don't think that you have what it takes to be something great. And that is an untruth. You have everything it takes to be something great. You just haven't found or experienced the perfect opportunity. And that opportunity is coming in this week. Okay. So do me a big favor. Love this video. Give it a heart, please. comment where you're watching from, something cool, what your favorite deck is, whatever, you know, if this reading had any meaning for you or not. And then please subscribe or follow and share the video. Help me beat the algorithms. They're very, very expensive, and I would rather have be able to give you readings like this than, you know, like have you pay me on this or whatever. You know, I'm like, ugh. It can be so overwhelming when you look at it, and you know, your share, just your share alone can spread the word to 1,000 people. Thank you so much. I really love doing the readings, and I love doing the remote readings because that allows us to be anywhere, any place, anytime, to get a little insight on what's going on in our life. So with that in mind, I am doing every week. What I do is, so everybody that loves the video, comments on the video, and shares the video, and I can tell that they've shared the video, their name gets drawn in I put it in a little jar, and I pick the name out of the jar, and they get a free reading. So do me a big favor. Thank you, Serena. Share my videos. I'll put your name in there so that maybe you'll get a free reading. I've had 3 winners so far. Could you be number 4? Peace, love, and harmony. I know I'll see you